Take the gloves off and go bare knuckle. Came in ready for a...
What's up?
What's up, buddy? How we doing? How we doing?
All good, all good. My bad. I had to cancel that last one, I think, because I didn't know that Tom was coming on, so I wanted to include him. But here we are. Yeah. So.
All right. Okay. There we go. Awesome. So hey, everybody, welcome to this episode, Bare Knuckles and Brews. What were we, like
21.
Woo!
Right.
Partying up, and I'm not drinking. Oh well. I'm gonna wait till the next time. So who do we got on the show tonight, Vince?
Hey, we got right now we got Joe Elmore. I think we're gonna have Tom Shoaff coming on soon. The guys from the probably the fight of the year at this point, fight of the night, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, man, let's bring in Tom. I mean, I'm sorry, Joe. Let's bring in Joe. My bad, hit man. Yeah, looking beautiful as always, homie. What's up?
Man, just keeping my sexy face on, you know.
Hey, man. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, bro. Hey, I drank my claw for you the other night, bro. I did. I smashed one for you.
Hey, dude. Yeah, I went and bought like 5,000. I'm just carrying them around in my trunk. I've been drinking since the fight. You know, I still haven't slept yet.
How's the tongue, bro? How the fuck did that happen with the tongue?
Oh, bro, listen. So I have no fucking clue. I bit through the top of my tongue with the mouthpiece. Well, look, so I do know. I
saw you with your tongue out a couple times. You're doing this in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, well, I get excited, man. People think I'm showing off, but I can't. But I'm super ADHD as fuck, bro. I just have fun out there. I'm literally having so much fucking fun when I fight. I knew I was either going to knock him out or get fight of the night. He was going to bloody me up. I'd watched 2 of his fights. Against that one guy, the one he had rematched, and the one against Julian Lane. So I mean, I knew what it was going to be, but I get out there and just don't give a fuck. I don't know. I mean, it was what it was.
Dude, well, we talked about this offline, Joe, but tell us a little bit about what the doctor told you in the corner, because in the middle of the 4th round, you came out, like you said, ham and turkey, like throwing bombs because you knew it was close, right? He told you to protect that eyebrow. He told you to protect that eye.
Okay,
it was done.
I mean, you can't see it because it's bloody right here. But when I went to the back, man, I was wiping the blood off. The first jab that he threw that really landed, just like the last fight, dude. My face cut easy. I'm hard.
You got all that scar tissue, yeah.
I'm hard to knock out, bro. So my face is taking a lot of. I'm taking a flying knee to the face. I mean, not in the cage, but a baseball bat to the face. I've never been knocked out. Like I got phased because somebody keeps coming online by goddamn Troy Watson. But that's because he slammed me on my neck. It was a neck knockout. I wasn't completely out. My brain was there. I was just wobbling, and the ref called the fucking fight because it was MMA. And I think I could have still won. But as far as a hit or any object to my face, I don't get dropped. I just look like this shit, you know.
Hey, so what you told me is that the doctor told you had a nerve hanging out that eyebrow, and he gave you one more shot to protect it, right? He told you to protect it, and it
no, the 3rd time. So I'm not sure if you were talking about the first time or the last time. Because the last
time, because you said one more, yeah.
Okay, so specifically that time I went to the corner, and the new referee had come in because the other ref had hurt his calves. But he had stopped the fight, sent me to the corner, and the doctor was like, "Hey man, can you see?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm fine. I swear to God, dude, I'm fine." And he was like, one of the doctors, it was 2 of them. One of them looked at me and said, "Man, I'm going to stop this fight." And I said, "Please don't stop this fight, man. I'm winning this fight. Please don't take this fight from me. Give me one more chance to protect my eye." And if you'll see, even Chris Liddell in the thing, he's like, he's in his high, tight guard. And I put my hand over the top of this thing, and I did not let it go. I didn't care if he hit me in my body or what happened. I knew I needed to knock him down at least 1 or 2 more times. He beat my ass in the 3rd round because I got too protective. I knew I won 10-8 in the 1st round because of knockdown. I won 10-8 in the 2nd round. He had 6-inch reach. I had to walk through 6-inch reach.
He was sharp. Tom was sharp too, man. He was sharp.
His angles in boxing, bro, is crisp and beautiful, and I respected that before I went in. But again, I knew that was what it was going to be but I'm a good boxer. I just don't have the range he had, so I knew that I was going to be a powerful crawler this fight. That was my choice to do what I did. Man, I would have liked to got the knockout, but honestly, I'm glad I got 5 in the night, dude. Who wants to?
It was crazy. It was crazy watching that shit.
Yeah, I don't get.
And that doctor that was in the corner. That's a really good. He's a really good doctor. He's one of the best that I've ever seen in my experience, or even worked with too. And he's very good at sutures. He's
my God!
Yeah, he's good.
That was girl. I went to wipe the blood.
Those are beautiful. Those are beautiful.
Oh man, it's so perfect. I'm actually gonna write him like a love letter to say.
You know why? You know why he can stitch that good? Because he's a fucking plastic surgeon.
Yes. Well, my wife talked to him. He's 30.
Yes.
And he's Italian. My wife's Italian too. She called the doctor. I've made friendships with him because I knew he didn't have to be there. And honestly, they asked me if I wanted to go to the hospital, and I'm smart, man. If those doctors are there, they love us. There's something in their heart. Right. They're fighters.
I got White Claws at the hotel, homie. Like, I ain't going to the hospital.
Dude, I wanted a doctor that worked on fighters that knew what they were doing. So I stayed and waited for 2 hours and watched the rest of the fight with my eye like this.
Right.
Just so they could fix it. And I would,
yeah. You know, and as a fighter, the person that you want to have be giving you sutures isn't the fucking resident at the ER. It's the fucking plastic surgeon that BKFC brings you.
I don't want no chicken nugget cookies.
Right. Exactly. You were better off waiting for that doctor to suture you up, you know.
I'm so thankful, man.
Yeah. I would have argued with them a little bit too, you know, as a cut man. That's what you do. You gotta argue with him. You're like, man, he's fine. Just give him one more round. I'll keep an eye on it. He's all good. That's
exactly what I did. I literally you can't see now, but look.
Can you even see us, Joe? That's what I was going to ask. Can you even see us?
I got.
You've been texting funny the last couple days, so I'm just asking.
I don't know if that's the White Claws with vision, but it could be both.
For sure. You need to go get your ass some Moderna and put that on all of that you got going on right now.
I've got a medical sponsor, Nivea Health.
They're putting that platelet-rich plasma on you, right?
As soon as I go this weekend and get the stitches out Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to wait to call the doctor. My wife's been calling.
Yeah. Did they sponsor you Moderna?
Let me tell you something. I want to just go shout out to this doctor because I believe he's going to work with us more. Because he actually told me and my wife to send a picture every single day to him just to make sure that his work was holding up. That way I won't start. He said he had a feeling that he'd be seeing me a lot more. And so it meant a lot that somebody that didn't have to do that did get paid, stayed there to do that. And even going out of his way as a plastic surgeon, not a suture doctor, just to have me send a picture and make sure that what he's done and his work is held up to what I needed.
That guy's fucking awesome. I noticed him right away, you know, as soon as because we were on Fist Cuffs, we were on another podcast, like, damn, his face, and I seen that doctor, and I'm like, man, he's got the best doctor there right now. He'll be fucking fine.
Hey, Joe, I know that guy. In terms of like career fights, man, where does this fight rank with you and Tom Shoaff? You know, I know you've never hit the mat, you say, but you got rocked in that 5th round, man. I mean, you held your own, but you got a little wobbly in that 5th.
I got tripped, bro. Go back and watch that.
I watched it, bro. You was stunned there for a second. You know, I love you, Joe. You look stunned.
I didn't lose my head. I don't know, man. Maybe I wobbled out a little bit, but I don't lose head, bro. It's crazy. I promise you. You got to live in my brain for a sec.
I believe you.
I don't know what it was, but yeah, no, he was busting me up. I was more worried about the cuts. I don't feel shit until like I'm laying.
You're a good old country boy, man. I know some folks like you. I live with people like you.
Describe it. You know, I literally have a ADHD to an extreme point where even when I train, sometimes I like close my eyes and I stim a little,
bite the mouth guard, and let's go. Yeah.
I'm fighting, bro. It's more like me playing music, dude. I literally, it's just this beautiful dance, and I like it. My adrenaline's rushing, and I'm just. Well,
it seemed like you and Tom had a lot of respect for each other after the fight. He's actually waiting in the green room, man. We're finna bring him on real quick if that's cool with you.
Yeah, I'm good.
It don't matter if it is. We're gonna bring him on anyway.
I just
fuck Todd Jove. He can't fuck.
I just got a message from Helen Peralta. She wanted me to tell you, Joe, that, man, I mean, both you and Tom, you guys both definitely got fight of the night. And she's seen so much heart from you guys, man. So much heart from you, Joe. And I mean, your fighting heart won her over as a fan of you. You know, she was already a fan of Tom, and she's just like, wow, she really loved that fight.
A lot of my friends are fans of Tom too now, man. And that's what I think that we're supposed to do. Is just, you know, like we're not supposed to be enemies, man. This is a sport. We should all support each other, and we got to fight.
You're professionals. You're professionals, man.
You know, we're all professionals, and it makes it fun, dude. I've never hit anybody like that. He got up and fucking come at me. I was like, what the hell is going on, bro? I wasn't intimidated, but I was surprised, and like, I don't back up, man. There's a lot of fights I've been in, I haven't backed up, and he dug it to me after those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Tom was slick, bro. Tom was slick in that fight, man. He was dancing, he was moving.
So I was hoping to knock some of that mustache off. I think it's great.
It's still pretty. It's still pretty. Like, it still
everybody tries to knock it straight, man. It's not going nowhere. I'm telling you, it's got a mind of its own.
What's going on, Tom? You don't even look like you was in a fight last weekend, man. Joe's over here all fucked up.
I'm a little swollen. I'm not gonna pretend. You know, I'm a little swollen. My face don't normally look like this, but yeah, no, I was absolutely in a fucking. I feel like I was in a car accident last week. I'll be honest with you. But you win some, you lose some. You know, things happen.
Oh, that's good though. You know, I mean, at least you felt like you got into a fight, man. I used to hate it in MMA. Like if I'd get like submitted, you know, and then like I wouldn't even be sore the next day. Like, man, I lost my fight and I didn't even tell I got into a fight. This fucking sucks.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like you got any work in. I can understand that.
Yeah.
No, to go back on what he was saying about me getting dropped and getting back up. That was pretty much it. That was the feeling that I had. It was, you know, he hit me with that goofy little switch left hook that he threw, and it like 30 seconds into the first round had me feeling funny. I was like, all right, I need to like shake this off, and then he hit me with the cross, and I'm like, all right. This is not how this night's gonna go.
You were getting frustrated.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Tom, you got frustrated a couple times. You were like beating the floor, like I can't believe he dropped me with that. You know, I don't feel like you were ever like in trouble, really, but you know, you did get dropped, but you always had your head about you.
Yeah, you know, I absolutely got dropped. There's no disputing it. I got dropped 4 times. But it was never a situation where I really felt like I was hurt. I really felt like I was in danger. It was, I didn't move. I saw the shot coming and didn't move enough, or my feet were balanced and he had more power, or we were in the middle of an exchange and it just happened. You know what I'm saying? So it was never a point where I felt like I was truly hurt. It was just, I can't keep fighting these fucking monster guys, you know. I heard Joe at the weigh-in say that he was 190 pounds on
193, I think.
Yeah, like on Tuesday or some shit. And I'm like, I'm 166 pounds right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It was strength versus strength, right? Tom, in my opinion, my perspective, Tom was quicker and crisper and landing the cleaner shots. Joe had the power. I mean, it was strength versus strength, in my opinion, right? All day long.
I feel like even in the first 2 rounds, I won even in exchange for sure the first. It wasn't until the second round he started getting his timing and landing, and he got a little more crisp. When he landed that good shot on my eye, it kind of changed my game. I had to go to more of a counter striking, and because of his range, and man, dude, his ankle, your ankle's beautiful, bro. You're
and he was moving great, man. He was moving
I've
great.
Ever faced, honestly. And I knew at that point I had to protect myself. That's why I feel like you kicked my ass in the third, because I went from being comfortable taking a punch and not thinking you're going to drop me to being able to knock you out, to knowing that I had to protect myself, and I become overprotective. And then in the fourth, I was like, fuck, now I have to knock him out or knock him down again because I'm losing, and he's fucking sticking and moving with his jab, outboxing me. So I knew at that point, I'm like, all right, goddamn it, what do you have over him? Power. What does he have? Range. And I just tried to drop bombs. That's all I was going to do. Brawl.
You know, with both of you guys, you know, with bare knuckle, man, we only got 2-minute rounds. Do you find it more difficult or easier? I mean, when you're making adjustments, we only got 2 minutes. We only got 2 minutes each round, 1 minute rest in between. You know, do you find making adjustments is more difficult because of, you know, the shorter rounds than it would be like if you were competing in MMA where we're doing 5s?
Sure for me, man.
No, I feel like it gives more
round.
opportunity. Go ahead, Joe, man.
Go ahead, Tom. Okay.
Sorry,
no, I was just going to say that I feel like it gives you more opportunity, you know, because you're only going out there for 2 minutes at a time. And if you fight like I do, you have a high work rate. So you're going out there and you're trying to put as many things together in those 2 minutes as possible. And then you come back and you got a minute to rest. So we sit down, we recollaborate, we say, okay, this worked this round. But this didn't work so much. So let's go try that round. And that's really what me and my corner did the whole time. It was like, okay, first round, let's find range. Let's keep distance. Let's be smart. Second round was, all right, let's build pressure. Third round is let's start working to the body. Fourth round was start putting it on him, start putting that pressure and start digging. And then the fifth round was we got to go body head because I had to finish him in the fifth round. So I had to start mixing things up and going high and low. So no, I feel like it gives us more of an opportunity to revamp those game plans and work out some of the kinks because they're such fast-paced rounds. But you get almost just as long to break and breathe, you know?
Gotcha.
What you got?
What about you, Joe? What about you?
I mean, I feel similar in a way, but like, so for me, because I do think so fast, time moves so fast. It's almost each round has a specific design, and I come out with a game plan, and there's a small adjustment, of course, the angles and the movement, but I feel like that game plan that I enact that round, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to commit to what I'm doing, and then the next round, if it didn't work, that's when my corner goes, "Hey, listen here, man. Do this." I'm an instinct fighter, so I can adjust from taekwondo to boxing to brawling to countering, but I need that round just to stick to what I'm doing, because if I try to adjust 2 minutes, you adjust or it's not right and you wind up getting knocked out or slip up. So I don't like to slip up during that round. I'm going to wait till that next round. And that's why in the third round, I was like, fuck, man, but I'm so defensive, I'm covering my eye. I never even had time to think, okay, we'll hit it back. And then that fourth round, I'm like, okay, now I got to hit it back screw my eye, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it took that separation of that round for me to even just commit to it.
Right, for sure. You know, because there's such short rounds, you know, what I've seen a lot of people do is they'll have it just in their mind, win the first 30 seconds, you know, rest for a minute, and then, you know, the other 30 seconds, win the last 30 seconds. So you're, you know, securing those points. And, you know, I mean, what do you think? What do you think about, you know, that sort of, you know, approach to, you know, 2 minute rounds, man? I mean, you go and you bang it out for 30 seconds, boom, rest, get you moving in, and then boom, that last 30 seconds, you know, put it down. You know, Chase Sherman did that. At his last bare knuckle fight before he went back to the UFC. That was his cutman and his corners, and they were calling out times, and you know, and. It worked. It worked for me, and I just thought that was something, you know, that was just kind of smart, you know.
I say run it back. I think everybody says run it back. Neither one of you guys probably want to go through that hell again, but
I respectfully decline. I'm going down to my natural weight class, my actual weight class, and that's 155 pounds.
Yes.
And, that's where I need to be, man. I've proven time and time again that I can compete with these guys, but I can't beat these guys. They're too big, you know. There's too much power. There's too much body. And
Joe was 193 the day of the fight, right? What did you weigh, Tom? Like,
I'm 166 pounds right now. Like hold on.
Yeah, let's see it. I don't believe you. Let's pull out the scale, Tommy.
I believe him. He totally is. Tom fought lightweight MMA for years.
I wonder if
I know. I know.
I know. Effortlessly.
All right, hang on. Here we go. Okay, I lied. With clothes on, I'm 170.
72.78.
Wow.
72-ish. Okay, so I'm 172
20
pounds with
bro.
clothes on and a fat belly.
Joe's
It's
two
only 20
bills
pounds,
all day
bro.
right now.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
you 2 bills all day.
Yeah, so it's situations like that. It's like I'm not that big, man. Like I'm a
187
big
today.
guy.
I think I did overeat that day. I'm not as big as I was. I'm going to be back down to about 180. I'm not making that cut again, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop about 5 or 6 more pounds of this, whatever the hell it is I got on me.
Yeah, man. I saw your face at the weigh-ins when you still had your shorts on, and you were like, I made it. I made it.
I look like
Okay,
Skeletor
all right,
instead
like,
of He-Man for sure, bro.
He even threw Feldman the towel and everything.
My
Look
worst
here,
part
homie, you're going to
about
have
the
to
fight
do
game,
this.
y'all, is the weight cut. I feel like the fight is over after the weight cut. We're just having fun as long as we both fight. And it
That's the real fight, right? Like,
yeah, the weight cut's my fight.
I think Tom and Julian Lane would be cool.
Fuck that,
Julian.
Julian.
Julian,
180
Joe
pounds.
and Julian, I knew what you meant.
Calm the fuck down. I meant to say Jim Allers. Jesus Christ. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I was thinking of Jim
fight.
and Julian. I was thinking of Jim and Julian. I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. Fuck the wrong one.
I would love to fight Jim.
Caleb
Jim and I
Harris
have had
is
words on a couple
supposed to
occasions.
jump on here too. I think he was gonna come in here and speak his truth.
You know, I gotta be honest with you. And this could just be my ego talking, but I'm gonna let it fucking talk. I'm curious as to who at 155 pounds wants to fight me. Like, I know I'm 1-3, and I get that that's not the most impressive record. But my abilities don't match my record. You go back and watch my fights. I'm curious as to who at 155 pounds wants to throw down with Tom Shoaff. That's what
listen. Hey, Tom, mad respect, bro. I don't give fake clout to anybody. I have mad respect. That's why I came in the back and hugged you, and I've told my people to follow you, bro. I watched you fight Julian Lane. You're not as big as me. I outweighed you by 20 pounds. I had you by power, but you got dropped, bro, and you come back at me. We couldn't have had fight of the night. Like it's mad respect and mad love for what you are. And I do the same thing in MMA, man. I've took last minute fights in Kazakhstan and all these people underestimate me because I was 17 and 15 or 17 and 13, and they see that, but I'm like, go look what I've done. And you're the same kind of dude, man. It's a different kind of warrior. We're bare knuckle fighters, bro. You're a fucking champ. That's why David Feldman in the back said, I don't care if you win, you're gonna fight. If you fucking fight, we're gonna fight, dude. We got fight of the night. There's pictures of us.
Fight of the year. Fight of the year, man.
That's fight of the year, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, you know,
monster, bro.
That's Tom's
bro.
second.
One of the best boxers, and it was a fun fucking fight for me.
Thank you.
And that means I got fucking
second official fight of the night for Tom. You know, the last one was Jim and Julian.
2 of 4,
man. Yeah,
like
I've watched a bunch of them. I've watched everybody, man.
Tom's just stepping up in weight, really. Tom, you need to be at 55, man. You're fighting big dudes because you're fucking game. But Joe's cutting 30 pounds. You know what I mean? You're cutting 5 pounds.
I don't care. I'll fight 195. If there's just somebody that sounds like a fun fight, I don't care either.
I know a 195 guy that might be down if you want to go 95.
I got a few people. I don't care.
I love watching Tom fight. Tom, he's been around just a little bit longer than you, Joe, but he has never had a boring fight. Never once. Never one fucking time. There's not
you
one.
Didn't hurt your stock one bit at all.
No.
Bro.
And
I do believe I've watched every one of his fights. I trained a lot for this one. Even his MMA fights from 6-7 years ago. I went back and watched my fights, watch his fights, see how we move, and I knew he was going to be a good boxer. I already knew his boxing and his range on me was going to be the toughest.
Skill versus skill, man.
And because Will starts out slow. He doesn't start out slow.
Finesse versus power. That was the game.
It was great. I was like, watching it go back and forth. And I was so wondering what the judges were going to do, because, sure. Tom got, you got a lot of knockdowns on Tom. You know what I mean? You're just perfect every time, too.
Those cuts were beautiful, though.
But then, we have you on the other hand that you have a lot of damage, and that's another big judging criteria as well. So I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder how these judges are really gonna, take this out. But it was such a good back and forth fight. It was so well matched. I mean, you guys, not only did you put on an awesome fucking fight for everybody, bloody. I mean, everything that is bare knuckle was you two last weekend. I mean, it's such a proper representation of the
Well,
sport
we said it
promotion.
on Christopher James' show that like styles make fights, man, and the real winner of this fight, regardless of him or I, was going to be the fans. Like that's the long and the short of it. That's the type of fighter that he is, and that's the type of fighter that I am. So
even my family, man, was posting the same thing. They was like, maybe Joe took the decision, but even my uncles, man, it was a lot of respect from even them, and that's what I loved about this is everybody, even your fans, your family, my family, everybody's giving both of us mad respect, and they can't. And that's what I fight for. Is that to show people it's like that. I mean, it's cool to be a character like Connor, but don't be an asshole. And I enjoyed the fact that we could be. We said what we were going to do. We both predicted our game plan, and it could have went either way because
everybody won.
The boxing. Had you not got dropped, man, it was literally
I
one
didn't want to
away
judge
every
that
single
fight.
round from it completely being a different fight.
Yeah,
And again, that's what makes great fights. That's why Stephen Bonner and Forrest Griffin will be idolized forever. And we're bare knuckle boxing in the beginning, man. And people will remember this fight forever.
This was right up there with Jason Artem 1, in my opinion.
That's what I fight for.
This was right up there with Jason Artem 1.
It could have easily been a draw. You had the knockdowns, but man,
he actually said that. We actually looked at each other and shook our heads. If y'all want to wonder what we said to each other.
I looked over and
you knocked him down
right before the decision is called. You can see I look over to him and I'm like, "Hey man, I'm cool with the draw if you are." And we both laughed. We're like, "Yeah, man, we'll just call it there."
It was close. It was close. Tom, you had the knockdowns, but man, Tom hit you 8,000 million fucking times. And had the
I knew I was going to win with the 10-8 first round, but man, I wondered. I wondered if he was going to win the fourth. I knew he won that third, and I wasn't sure if they gave him a 10-8 in the third.
He won the third.
I
he
really
won the
didn't
third.
have
There's no question about that.
Third. So there was a thought in my head. That's when Sammy.
If you hadn't got that late knockdown in the fourth, he would have won the fourth.
Shout out now to Sammy.
If you hadn't gotten the late knockdown,
dude, you got to turn angles. You're not moving your head. And I went back and I just kept my head like I don't know what the fuck was wrong with my head movement, man.
Had you not gotten that late knockdown, Joe? If you had not gotten that late knockdown in the fourth, he would have won the fourth.
Oh yeah, no, I stole that round. 100%.
You stole it late. You stole it late.
And I was trying. Even the flurries were not enough because a couple bounced off the elbow, the shoulder. If it was not for the knockdown, I knew I'd lost the third. I knew I'd lost the fourth when I landed that knockdown. That's when I believe. I don't know.
Fifth was close too. Fifth was close too.
Like, God damn it! Fuck! I let him fucking take this shit. And I knew I was like, damn, man, he's all right too. And he stood straight back up. They didn't stand an 8 count and immediately rung the bell. I mean, I knew that, man. That's why I said it was one punch away. It was just
and one thing with bare knuckle, if you're fighting bare knuckle and if you get a knockdown, you should automatically think in your head, I lost that round.
Hey, this was huge for the promotion. Either way, it was huge for the promotion. You guys earned a pay raise this fight. Both of you guys.
Hope so, man.
You know what I mean?
Fucking hope so. David messaged me after the fight and thanked me for the performance. Told me that I was a BKFC lifer now. Yeah. I said now. Come on, man. Like I've been putting on these performances since I started. What the fuck? But it was cool. It was really cool to get the appreciation from the boss man. For him to reach out and say nice things like that. Like it meant a lot. It was cool.
He does.
Yes,
he
Kenny
did the same thing for my wife. He
the
called my wife and
BKTV
he told us, "Hey, man, I know the doctors have reached out to y'all, but I just want to say this is David Philman personally, and if you need anything, reach out." And it's been cool. They've man, it's been just the whole thing. There's nothing I could ever bitch about.
Hey, so real quick, guys, we talked about the fight a lot. We went back and forth or whatever, but so starting with Tom, like, what do you want next? You said you want 55. You think? So. Elvin Brito sound nice. Caleb
No,
Harris.
like I said, man, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to start calling people out. I called some people out. I called Caleb out not too long ago when I was looking for a fight. And I've been talking shit to Jim Allers a little bit here and there, but he's got something coming up. And I understand that. I respect that. I'm going to let them do their thing. I'm not gonna start calling people out, man. That's not really me. That's not really my style. I want to know
Whatever
who wants
the
to fight me.
matchmakers put in front of you, right?
Yeah, I want to know who wants to fight me. I know that Nate's already reached out and asked about another potential matchup. But I just think it's too soon, man. Like my hands are pretty banged up right now.
Of course.
It's gonna be a couple weeks before I can even start hitting anything. So, what I want to do right now is I just want to rest. I want to recover. I want to get myself back into decent shape and condition, and then just get back to the gym, get back to the drawing board, and figure out what I did wrong. And like I said, wait for the people who want to fight me to start saying they want to fight me. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think a lot of people want to fight me right now. I think.
But 55 is your division now, right?
I've made a promise to myself and a lot of people that are very important to me that I won't be fighting any higher than 155 pounds ever again. It's not conducive to my health and it's not conducive to my career. So what I want to be doing is furthering my legacy and making it as grand as I can at this point. And fighting it up any higher than 155 pounds isn't really an option for me at this point. So that's what I want to do. I want to get back. I want to heal up. I want to get back in shape, and then I want to let everybody come to me, because I'll be honest right now. Even though Joe won the fight, I feel like I'm the money right now.
Your stock went up, man. Your stock went up.
Anybody who fights me knows that they're in the running for fight of the night. Plain and simple.
Never been in a boring
fight. My career, look at my accolades. It doesn't matter. Win, lose, or draw, we're getting fight of the night. So I really think I'm the money right now. And with me moving to my proper weight class, I think that it's everything's kind of in my favor. So I'm just going to sit back and wait. That's where I'm at.
I seen you had Steve in your corner. Are you back home? Or
no, actually, that wasn't Steve. That was my coach, Andy Pierce.
Okay.
I'm down in Oklahoma City right now. Okay. And I train in Oklahoma City. I live in Lawton, but that's where I've been since December.
That's where I lived at when I was a little kid.
Oh, well, small world, right?
I lived there for a while. That's funny.
But so I'm down here. I'm working construction, training as much as I can, trying to do a handful of things down here in this community, get things rocking and rolling in my favor, looking at my future, things like that. But yeah, I'm down in, to answer your question, I'm still in Oklahoma.
Okay.
And I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. I'll be here for a little while. Plan on maybe trying to steal Steve down here for a little bit, but I won't be going back to Indiana anytime soon.
Yeah, I was thinking of Arnold because I know that's your former teammate there, and I was wondering.
Yeah, no, I was talking to Arnold. He was saying that he's thinking about trying to come back, and I told him he needs to stop thinking and start doing.
Mm-hmm.
What you drinking on tonight, Tom? What you drinking on? I seen you been sipping a little bit, man. This is bare knuckles and brews.
This is called Angel's Envy.
Yeah.
And let me get something that I can actually put it back.
Some whiskey?
Yeah, it's called. Well, you can't really see it. Anyway, it's called Angel's Envy. It's fucking stellar.
No, I can't see it because you done drank all that shit.
It's called Hartford and Company, and that's a bourbon. And then I'm making a pizza. That's why my stove's going off. But yeah, that's what I'm drinking.
Hit up Tom Shoaff's team for sponsorship opportunities. So.
Yeah, people need to holler at me for sponsorship. I'm broke and I need some monies. Let's go. Got medical bills to pay for.
I know a team. We'll talk later. Joe, what you got coming up next, man? What's in Joe Elmore's future?
I agree with Tom. I think I'm the fucking money too, because I got knockout of the night and fight of the night. And, honestly, I've been the main event for every local show I've ever been on. When I went to Kazakhstan, everywhere, I've always been fight of the night. I've always been knockout of the night, whether I win or lose. And at 165, I'll fight anybody too. I do have a few people I want to call out because I want to make big money.
Let's hear it. Who you got?
Too, and I want bigger names like Leonard Garcia. And I want the 165 title, whoever's going to be fighting there. And I know the Caveman's coming in, and those are some really good brawls. I'm the kind of guy that likes to get his face peeled off, and I'm gonna fight like that every single time.
Speaking of Leonard,
I'm either gonna get stopped by cut, or I'm gonna knock him out or win fight of the night. Every fight.
So the 165 division is still building, right? So there's some potential contenders here. So you called out Leonard Garcia.
I think Rickles is fighting at 65, ain't he?
Rickles is fighting at 65.
Hopefully,
Dave,
Sandman, Rickles, and Leonard Garcia and me, all three make really good sense to make a main event on any fucking fight card.
Brito says he's staying at 65. I know a guy to talk to about Brito. Caleb Harris, 65. Melvin Gillard, 65. Our boy Isaac Valley Flag, 65.
Dave can come to me and say fight, and I'm fighting.
You guys really want to make an interesting fight? Call Diego Garijo, tell him to come out of fucking retirement and fight Joe at 65.
I don't know if he after this fight. I don't think he wants to see Joe.
Yeah, you pay him enough, he might want to see him.
You pay him enough, who he was going to dress in some lipstick too.
Hey, look, I'm going to take any fight they pay me to take.
That guy's a brawler. Fucking oh, dude! Cancun. Tom fought him in Cancun, and holy shit,
it sucks when you like everybody that's in the same division and you're trying to be friends with everyone that's in the same division.
Fuck it.
You can't. It's hard to pick sides.
Man, I mean, I can be nice to everybody. And still
no. I'm saying me.
Is that hard for you? I don't give a shit. There was Josh was asking today. He's like, man, you like all these guys. How is it watching your friends fight? I'm like, man, I hope everybody loses and they both beat the
we don't have to fucking hate each other. We're professionals. Why do we got to be mad at each other? I like fucking people up because it's just like
it's just like Drew Brees versus Tom Brady yesterday. Shout out who dat. Brady sucks without Belichick. So just want to say that out loud. You're all true professionals. So,
people, though. I mean, it's not just you guys, like your fans and stuff. Because I like, people like you. You and your opponent the same, and they're like, oh, well, I like my boy, and a lot of them will just be quiet because they don't want to. Hurt feelings and shit.
I try to be quiet because we do this podcast and I try to be objective and I like all you guys, all of us are friends, we all talk offline in the chats and stuff and we're all cool. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, it's like, this is what you guys do for a living.
Right. Well, I guess I'm just so used to it. I'm just so used to it, because I can, I'll work double corners, you know what I mean? For like events and they're my friends but regardless of who they are or who they fight, man, I'm still gonna be 110% and do my job 110%.
Well, just like when these two guys were fighting prior to the fight, I refused to choose a side, right? Because I like both Tom and Joe equally, and so I didn't want to
say you said that to me in our chat. You said I love both. I did.
You
said I love both you guys. Y'all are great guys. But that's why I had respect for Tom. I was, it was I enjoy even Chino. You said he was a gentleman and everything I'd ever heard. So I'm not going to be an asshole. It was nice not to talk shit and be able to put on a show like that. Some people have to act like they're assholes to be able to put on a fight of the night. But when you can actually both be really cool, laid back, fight.
Yeah, and still bang and put on a great fight. It's awesome.
Yeah, I really think that's like the definition of professionalism in this sport, to be honest with you. It's just that we don't need I understand that the drama sells fights. I understand that, that the bullshit sells fights and it gets people interested. But at the end of the day, we're both professionals. We both have families. We're both trying to be good role models and good people in the world. And it doesn't do anybody any favors by lowering ourselves to that ridiculous standard. We can be gentlemen. We can talk politely. We can have adult conversations and then go out there and beat the shit out of each other.
You can also sell a fight by having ridiculous eyes and a I don't give a fuck face from Tom and you sell a fight but still have respect.
People,
I respect. I'm not gonna. It's no disrespect. This is just who I am. Like you come at me with that. Like if we were in a street fight and somebody got in my face with that attitude, I would have the same reaction, and he would too. That's the same thing. If I've got a smart aleck look on my face, I guarantee you, Joe's gonna be like, "I'm gonna fix that fucking look." I guarantee fucking. It's just who we are. So we don't have to be fucking ridiculous human beings. We don't have to be outlandish and over the top. We can be professionals and still go out there and put on an outlandish fight and put on an over the top fight. We don't have to dramatize what we know is already going to be.
You want to know something?
Like whenever I put my hands down, he landed that jab that rocked me. That's why I gave him a high five. I'm like, you're right. I shouldn't do that. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
You started playing a little bit, Joe.
But even my aunt was like, "You son of a bitch! Don't you ever do that again? That was stupid." I'm like,
Joe,
"All right,
you tried
you're
to
right."
play a little bit. You tried to play a little bit, and hey,
but I like to get woke up. I wasn't trying to be like that, but I was like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't be woke up.
Hey, this is show business at the end of the day, bro. This is show business at the end of the day, right? We're selling fights. We're selling fighters. We're selling the brand, right? You know, you guys, made a 100 on the essay.
and I want to tell you both something. Let me here. Both of you guys already had this fight sold to fans and everybody without talking shit, without drama and everything. You know why? Because of your fucking resumes, because of your past fights. They knew this fight matchup was going to be two bangers. Two guys that are just going to put on this awesome fucking fight. That's why we were all calling like, man, that'll be fight of the night right before it. That's a great matchup and this and that. You guys didn't have to be all extra and be assholes about it and, try to like cause all this drama, to sell the fight. The shit was already sold, and it was sold because of both you guys are, who you are. There's different ways. There's different ways to sell a fight. You know what I mean? And you don't got to be all extra and shit like that. You got to go out there and be fucking badass, put on badass fights, and you both do that, and that's how you sell your shit.
Precisely. That's exactly what I mean by saying that I don't have to go out there and put on the dramatics.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessary. Watch a fight. Do some fucking research. Plain and simple. Do some fucking research. So look at my record. Look at my resume. Look at Joe's record. Look at Joe's resume. We don't need to talk. We don't need to talk. Our names speak for themselves.
Yeah, that shit was sold. That shit was sold right when we seen the matchup. We were like, oh shit.
Well, it was exciting for me, and it puts a lot of love in my heart, man, to even hear Chris Lytle and the announcers. They were all saying it. When I went back and watched the fights, they were talking about our fights during other fights. Like, we're looking forward to this one. It's going to be fight of the year. They called it. Everybody called it. It made me feel good. And it
weigh-ins.
It was called, power to be like, fuck yeah, we have to put on fight of the night. When I hear people say that, I don't like letting people down. So I was like, damn, man, it almost pressured me to bust my eye open and stupidly put my hands down. I'm like, God damn it, we're going to get fight of the night, even if I got to put my hands down and get my
bro, I'm telling you right now, you didn't have a choice. If I didn't have a choice about getting dropped, you didn't have a choice about getting cut, homie.
The fight of the night was made up before you guys.
I told my wife before this fight, when I watched your rematch against that dude, you bruised his face up.
Diego.
And I knew. I was like, I've got to knock him out because I saw your boxing and your reach and your jabs. I knew I was going to have to eat that shit. I was like, baby, just when it's done, you're going to be taking care of my face. I'm going to.
It went toe-to-toe with the main event of y'all's fight, too. Gave Julian all he wanted, and it's controversial whether or not you think Joe won, or I'm sorry, Tom or Julian won that night, too.
Yeah, that fight was tricky, man, and that was a situation where I talked about it in the pre-fight interview. I wasn't using my range properly, man. I threw a lot of punches in that fight, but I didn't land a lot of punches.
You fought his fight. You fought his fight that night.
Right. It was what it was. It was a lesson learned.
Yes, you changed up on me because I expected you to
Tom was slick on you. He changed shit up on you a little bit, Joe.
And that's where my adjustments had to come in. Yeah. Because I wasn't ever underestimated at all.
You thought he was going to bang, and he started slipping
like Julian. So when I saw that, I was like, fuck, man, he's stuck and moved. He didn't sit in the pocket. But when you did fire in the pocket, man, it was a lot more accurate. For sure, man. We were landing at the same time. Even that left hook, when I dropped you, you landed on me at the same time. That was the same pop knot that you gave that guy that stopped the fight before it hit me. And I'm like, fuck, not another one.
Yeah, no, it was we had a great fight, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that, man. It was one of those fights that
it's going to be remembered.
I mean, regardless of what everybody else says, man, it was a fight that I felt myself growing in the fight. It was with every knockdown and every time I would get hit or every time something bad would happen, I'd be like, all right, I can't do that. I got to fix this. Like, these aren't mistakes I have to keep. I can't keep making these same mistakes. I'm sure it was just as much as a battle of attrition for me as it was for Joe with his cuts and his bleeding, with me and getting dropped. It's like, look, like you have to do something. And I felt myself growing and maturing as a fighter while I was in there. And I appreciate you for it, Joe. I really do.
Aww.
Hey, no, I mean it was actually a battle of skills, man. Power versus finesse. I said it earlier.
I liked it because it was so technical between both of these guys. It was such a great display of good fight IQ on both your guys' ends. You know what I mean? It's like
fight of the year, man.
You could see where both of you were trying to take the fight, playing to both of your strengths. Joe, I mean, getting in on the inside and, where your power is going to be more effective. And then Tom, walking them down and, just tagging, tagging as you went. And it was such a great style matchup and very professional matchup. You know what I mean? You guys aren't bummed. You guys are very you both got high fight IQ and, you really know how to apply it, in your fights. And I've seen you both make adjustments and you only have so much time when you do that, and not everybody, is able to adapt and do that, adapt and overcome and, make adjustments so quickly like that, especially in the bare knuckle fight. So, I mean, you guys are fucking awesome for that. Good,
How was Daytona, by the way? Like, I thought I was going to make it out there, but I wasn't able to. I wasn't able to get off work, but looked like an awesome venue. Production looked awesome, amazing. Yeah. I mean, it seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, man, it was great. We stayed at a place that was literally right across the street from the Speedway, and there was plenty of excellent food around. We were only about 5 miles from the venue, and the venue was right off the beach, so we got to go up there and hang out by the beach and see the pier and everything. Like it was a great time. It was very similar to Mexico in the grand scheme of things, but there's a lot of rain, man. It just kept raining on us. Those hurricanes are coming in.
It's coming. I'm in Mississippi, bro. It's hitting us tomorrow. So
yeah.
Well, me and my wife have a house down in Panama City, so I like the difference in the harder beach. It wasn't quite as white as sand, but I enjoyed it, man. The beaches were cool. The hotel was cool. We wound up getting the extra room at the Hilton right across the street from the venue because my family came in. So that way I could kind of go sit on the beach and chill. I mean, Tom ruined the fucking surfing trip, but other than that, I did plan on going surfing the next day, but then it wound up being double red flags. But I still had fun, man. I went to all you could eat crab legs, same thing. Good food. I went and met this Stevie B's famous diner, and he traded me a shirt. Was it Stevie's famous diner? They gave me a shirt. We traded out, met a lot of cool people. I mean, I guess they recognized me because of my face, but it was a cool experience, man.
Easy. Yeah, for sure, man.
I wish I could have went down there with you guys.
Yeah, where were you? Why didn't you respond to my messages on the Faces page?
We were both trying to make it down there, man. We were both trying to make it down there.
Well, I was gonna, but they went. I mean, these guys gotta pay for a lot, and it's like, well, and they had someone local.
Hey, did either of you guys get Vaseline on your shoulders? By the way,
yeah,
just asking. Yeah,
I got dipped in a vat.
Yeah.
Watch the fight. Rewatch the pay-per-view.
I saw some shiny shoulders out there.
When the guy does my hand, when the guy does my face, look at his hands. It literally looks like he dipped his hands in a vat of Vaseline. And then
it was like the stripper Vaseline instead of the boxer Vaseline. He was like, "Here, boys, here, fucking sign up." I looked at the pay-per-view and I could just. That's why we were sliding off each other's shoulders, man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I had to. And it's whatever. It's so fucking illegal. I mean, we didn't see barely any fucking clinch work.
It wasn't my coach.
Well, I don't clinch, man. The one fight I ever clinched in was Julian when I caught him and hit him with that uppercut and split him. Well, that's the only time I've ever really clinched. And then you and I for the last fucking 4 seconds of the fight or whatever. But I'm not a clinch fighter, man. I'll fight you inside, but I'm not going to grab you.
The one time Joe tried to clinch, he poked you in the eye and then kissed you, I think.
It was more of a slap.
I wasn't gonna call you out like that.
And my hand slid off his shiny fucking shoulder, and I kind of slapped him and poked his eye. I was really trying to grab him, but I think I didn't realize there was Vaseline there, and it literally slipped off and kind of smacked him. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't mean to poke you, because he looked at me like, you bitch. And I'm
I was like, what the fuck?
And then I tried to hug him, and he pushed me off.
to punch each other. What's going on?
I'm like, oh yeah.
No, you were like,
shit.
I need to clinch now. But then you like fucking came at him like this and kind of dipped off that shiny shoulder and went directly in the eye. Like, oh, my bad, dude, my bad. Like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey, man, look, we were fighting, and I thought he was going away, and he came in, and I was reaching, and I was going to punch or reach or grab. I didn't, it was.
It's totally cool. I got him back, because as you watch the video, as soon as I'm like, what the fuck, and the ref steps in, I circle off the ropes, and I put him on the fucking ropes. And I'm like, all right, no, it's cool. High five.
No, yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I'm just worried about like saying sorry, and he's like, "No, it's okay. Now you're back here." And I'm like, "Oh, motherfucker."
That's fine. Like, it's cool. It's cool.
Oh shit!
I love it, man. I fucking love it, dude.
It worked out.
It did.
Yeah. Good thing you're not a clinch fighter, because you wouldn't have been able to.
All right, Sheena, get your jabs in. What else you got to say? Come on, let's hear
a lot more. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Man, there's a lot of stuff that happened. Just like timeouts, like when Joe got his timeouts.
Hold your own galls, right? Hold your own galls on your own face.
The cut man's supposed to fucking go in there when timeouts are called from the referee, man. We got 30 seconds. Go in there, lube the shit up, fucking put some effort.
I can say he did at least get this to stop bleeding. It was dried it was dried the fuck out. This was not the one that was bleeding. What was bleeding was this. It was like some kind of weird.
I don't know. I think he was bleeding from everywhere.
I'll be honest with you. So
y'all know how many stitches I have in my face? I'll give y'all a guess. How many stitches do I have?
Hold on. Let's stop for a second. Let's see both of you guys' knuckles. Let's see what they look like today.
Oh, mine are fine, man.
No swelling. No, come on, turn them this way, Joe. Turn them this way.
Tom's right hand's fucked. That thing's pissed off.
Oh, you got some swelling going on.
Seriously, y'all, I wasn't kidding. I conditioned my hands on brick walls. I've been punching brick walls since I was like 11 to be able to do this.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I would do. I do like very light stuff, so I have a real thick knuckles.
They got a good shot of Tom on the broadcast whenever one of the medical timeouts or whatever with Tom was hanging his hands over it. Did you see it? Did you guys watch it back?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of like
that's what I was talking about.
The epic picture of Arnold with his bloody knuckles or whatever. It was one of those kind of deals.
Whenever
it was great.
With a doctor, that was a sick picture, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Sick.
So back to how many sutures you got? I'm guessing like 18.
When did you hurt your right hand?
My right hand was in the shit. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I broke the finger, and it was when you were. I know for sure you were covering up, and you turned away, and I was trying to hit you in the temple, and I slipped. I think it was in the third. I think it was towards like the last 30 seconds or so of the third round was when I hurt my right hand, but it wasn't like
I was wondering why you didn't throw it as much in the fourth, and that's why I try not to throw my third, because I actually see that my pinky is kind of messed up on my left.
Yeah.
My left hook is usually I have a good check hook, and I couldn't throw it, and I noticed you weren't throwing your right, but I couldn't throw my left either, so we both weren't hitting each other with rights and lefts in the third and fourth as much.
Yeah, that's why I kept sweeping low to the body, because my hand was hurting. I didn't want to keep punching you in the fucking
No, dude,
head.
there was one time I went to hit you, and that when I accidentally opened hand smacked you, because my hand was just like, nope, fuck that shit. Like,
that's that country boy head.
That's punch halfway through. I'm like, fuck this, man, my hand hurts.
That's that down south gourd head, third coast gourd head.
Dude, I'm telling you, like I said, the first round I split my knuckle. Literally, first round, it was like bang, bang,
Well,
yeah, you
was like,
split him in the first round, right? Wasn't it the first jab that split you, Joe?
It was. I think it was like the second or the third, man. And he was stepping in pretty hard, and I think it was the one that when he was like, what, and I caught him with it and stumbled it, and then we high-fived. I think it was that one.
No, Joe got cut in the first round by a jab. Joe got cut by a jab in the first round.
One. I can show you which one that was.
Yeah.
But no, Joe got cut. His first cut was when he dropped me. He landed the first cross as I landed the cross, and you can see it in the video that they posted on Instagram. As he lands that cross and sends me back, his forehead splits open and starts to drip. So
the same thing that happened with Will Choke, the 1-2 when I went in, because when guys have range and I'm going for power, I'm basically going through 6 inches of his fucking reach, and it was like my skull was there. So
right.
I like as I was going power, I felt his hand hit me, and I'm
some
like,
of this.
Woof! I felt blood just splatter through both.
It's
my
like
eyes
a Mortal Kombat fight, right? You're fighting Liu Kang versus Scorpion, some guy with reach versus some guy that has the quickness and the power.
When I went through that punch, I couldn't believe it. I didn't even really realize I dropped him until afterwards, because as soon as I hit him, I literally I was blind with blood. I didn't know what happened. That's why I was grabbing my eye when they pulled me in that first round. The blood splattered everywhere. This shit was crazy. That's one of the craziest stuff
This one's going in the books. Scott Burt. Hey, Scott Burt, I know you're listening. Hey, these guys need some Hall of Fame rings. I'm just saying. I'm going to put it out there, Scott Burt. We need some Hall of Fame rings. Look, those knuckles need a ring on them.
All right, they still got October and November shows coming. So
True enough.
We'll see. Any other fighters watching? I mean, you know what you up against now. I mean, fight of the year, man.
Stock only rose from that
55 and 65 just got real dangerous, split up, huh?
For real. Yeah, I think a lot of people were thinking their saving grace is that we were in the same division up until about 40 minutes ago.
That's for damn sure. There ain't no fucking lie there.
Tom's fighting up, Joe's fighting down. That's what it seems like to me.
Hey, but I fought 55 before this. My whole entire career.
55, motherfucker.
I was 155, 145 my entire career. I fought 170.
Joe, come on now.
Three times.
This is all about honesty, bro. Like, I thought we were being honest tonight. It seems like look. It seems
I
like
fought 155 my whole career. I've just bumped up. I just got tired, man. I like to eat now. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you cut 30 pounds, right?
That's because I put on that muscle by choice, but I'm normally walking at 175.
So tell me about that. Let's talk about that.
I was 175 until December of 2019. COVID, I put on extra weight and I started lifting weights. I've never lifted weights in my life. And I finally decided I was fucking sick of cutting to 155. I wanted to put on some muscle. I put on too much. And now that I'm 165, I just enjoy it. They opened up the division. I was getting ready to cut back down to 155 and just not eat pizza, not drink 100 White Claws a week, and I can make 55 easy, man.
Don't lie, you still drink.
I literally, I do what I can make 45 if I want to. I choose to be.
All right. Listen, Joe.
You can make 45.
You made 65, 66. The next day you were 93. Right?
Yep.
So you had to work for that. You had let me talk for a second. You had to work for that. You had to bust your ass for that.
I do it the way I promised you. I do it with the scientific way, man. If I want to walk around at 175, I can walk around at 175 in 3 weeks right now.
Of course.
I've been doing it my whole life. I've changed divisions.
Well, you're a professional.
I've been wrestling and competing since I was like 11, bro. I got about 120 contact karate fights. I went to all state championship all 4 years in high school. So I've always changed from division to division. I'd wrestle 140 1 week and 152 in high school. I've been doing this my entire life. It's just a weird thing. I kind of like the
21 pounds. 21 pounds that you gained in one day. So, I mean, people that know that you busted your ass. You had a sauna suit on. You were sitting in the sauna. You fucking cut.
But that's because I chose to keep that weight to be able to cut that waterway.
No,
I wanted to carry that power.
I understand that. But I'm saying the work you put in, the dedication you had to make that weight is incredible, bro. Like, not many people can take that torture. I mean, that's a lot.
I spent 8 hours in a fucking sauna in a room. I mean, I literally spent 8 hours in a portable sauna in the hotel room and cut from 182 pounds to 166 pounds that morning.
Shout out Maggie.
I woke up at 6 a.m.
You got one of those.
I woke up at 6 a.m.
You got one of those steam bucket saunas.
One of the infrareds. It's an infrared.
Oh, is it?
Shout out wifey Maggie. Baby keeping organic.
Only drank distilled water for a week and a half, so I have no sodium.
You do a week and a half. Holy shit, that's a long time, man. You better be careful with your kidneys, boy. But yeah, I know.
But I balance it out with the right diet. So I have a dietitian with the perfect. Yes. So
there you go.
I balance it out with the sodium diet, and I make sure that the water's clean. That way, whatever food is.
Well, so you're not going to retain it.
I've got a doctor now that does my blood work, everything. I'm super lucky with that stuff. I actually get monitored blood work every week. I know where my everything's at.
Well, you got the muscle mass. You're able to do that. Not everybody can do that. Just if anybody else is watching, it's everybody's individualized with how they
it's doctor monitored. It's crazy if you don't have one telling.
Yeah,
I have to I watch my blood sugar, my insulin levels. I know where my magnesium's at.
Good.
I know what my free radical levels go to, like what I've got floating in my body, how much protein I take in, how much sodium. I mean, I know exactly to the milligram every day.
Listen, Joe, you can keep talking, but we know the truth. Maggie May keeps you on point.
Absolutely. My wife has actually been my manager through all this and made all these connections for me because she wants me to be a champ too, man.
Yeah, she does.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Maggie, man. She holds you down for sure.
That's awesome. That's good. But that's what it takes to fucking do cuts and shit like that, man. It's just
a lot of people won't put themselves through that much hell.
Anybody's wondering? Anybody out there?
What?
I eat frozen pizza and I drink a lot of water.
The motherfucker eating Jack's pizza and shit.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I'm eating right now.
I'm recognizing shit. I'm from the struggle. I know what Jack's pizza looks like when I see one.
Yeah, I don't do it either. So, welcome to my hood.
That's fucking awesome. Well, guys, I mean, we're about an hour in right now. I mean, fuck, man.
Yeah, we'll talk online if y'all want, but
I know. Fight of the year. I mean, thank you guys both, coming on and talking to both of us, and really taking us round by round through the fight on both your guys' perspective. And I think we just. I know we've seen a couple people in chat, man, are like, I want to go watch it again. Go jump on my BKTV app and, watch it again. And I think it'll just be a little bit funner watching it again because now I know.
One day. Look, we need to keep people in suspense a little bit. Maybe one day Hitman and the 21st Century John L. Sullivan meet again, but y'all got to wait for it. We're going to come back to it at some point, but right now, everybody's got. Yes, sir. Exactly. Yes, sir. If the people want it, if the people pay for it, they can get it. Yeah, exactly. You know what it is.
The leg of the war, and he can weigh 155 pounds.
well, maybe we'll meet at 160 like Conor McGregor for that $100,000.
Wrong.
All right, Victor.
He said, no, that's all right, bro. That's good. Keep it real, bro.
That's awesome.
I saw you at 165. If you want to come to 55, we can make this happen. I'm taking over 55. Yeah. All right, cool.
Hey.
We're good. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
I'm sticking at 195.
Yeah, I love it. It's a pleasure doing business with you. All right, guys. Real quick before we get off here, man. Shoaff, you want to shout out your sponsors real quick? You got people you want to shout out?
Absolutely. I want to shout out my old team, Steve Cologne and Team Cologne, and everybody up in Northwest Indiana. Show me support. I love you guys. I would love to shout out My current team, RCBJJ, everybody down here taking care of me. They're all fantastic, wonderful people, and I appreciate all of you. Knuckle Up Bullies, they're the ones that make these big, beautiful. Oh, typical, you can't see her. They're the ones that make these big, beautiful dogs that I got here. They're fantastic.
Knuckle Up Bullies, Rob Gravel. He got to
one.
sit ringside VIP seats. He won our giveaway tickets from Fusion. So he was out there. He got some swag bags and stuff. Rob's a great guy, man.
That's the one. And then I've got Civil Savage Tees. They make awesome T-shirts and great designs and rash guards, things like that. They're fantastic. I want to thank High Rollers BJJ. They sent me a fantastic little care package after the fight, and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much.
I love that shirt.
Anybody who appreciates me and watches my fights and is a fan of me, thank you very much. I appreciate everybody's support. The love and appreciation I've been given over the last couple of days has been astounding. It's almost been overwhelming, to be honest with you. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. You guys have all been fantastic, and I really appreciate everybody that came out to the show and watched the show and invested some time and interest into my life. So thank you guys very much. Thank you guys for having me on the show, and obviously thank you, Joe, for being my dance partner, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Tom, before you go real quick, man, I want to put your IG or Twitter or whatever on just give me your tag real quick.
Yeah, I actually don't have a Twitter, but my Instagram is just Tom.Shoaff. And then my Facebook is just Tom Shoaff. Pretty basic.
Instagram, TOM_Shoaff?
Nope, period. TOM_Shoaff. And then Facebook is the same thing. Those are really the only two social media platforms that I'm on.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with Twitter.
If you guys got cool YouTube channels, let me know. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. But other than that, you guys can catch me on there.
Awesome, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you coming on. Not a lot of people like to come on this quick after an L. But,
I don't see it as an L.
I don't either, man. I see it as a win, actually, for both of you guys. So, your fam, Tom. Anytime you want to come back on, dude, you got that.
I appreciate
we can help you, man. Keep twisting that.
Absolutely. I don't need to anymore. It just grows.
It just grows now. It just grows.
I'm
envious, bro. I'm envious.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much, man. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy your night. Joe, always a pleasure. Vince, Sheena, always a pleasure. I miss you guys. Be safe. Stay safe, and maybe I'll see y'all in Kansas.
Yeah, man. We'll be there. I'll be there for sure.
All right, y'all.
Shout out to my sponsors too, man. Down to Earth Landscaping. They've been there for the last couple of fights, man. Really helping me out. Now that I get to train full time, Nivea. I'm really appreciation for you in Woodstock, man. They've given me everything I've ever needed to be able to recover and train, be able to do this. Innovative Aquatics. They've been there since the beginning. They've stuck with me. Born to Bang, X3 Sports, my team, Gracie Baja, my coach Tony Tucci, Coach Manu, Nick Brazier, Coach Chris, my wife. She's been there, making sure that everything goes through. And yeah, man.
Shout out Maggie May.
Yeah, just BKFC, dude. Thank you for being the fastest growing sport in the world, giving us a platform where we can come on here and perform for all our fans, and be able to put on shows like this with some of the best fighters in the world, and gentlemen too at the same time, man. I appreciate everybody and the experience they've done, and man, yeah, thank you guys for having me on again.
Always, man. You're always welcome, Joe. We talk offline, man, and we fuck with each other, and we rep the White Claws together. I smashed one for you the other night. They're nasty as fuck, but I did it in your honor, bro.
Man, everything was going all right in the world until y'all motherfuckers started drinking White Claw. I'm blaming 2020 on White Claw. I don't care.
And that's what I said. Look, I'm chasing Chris Soros and some Crocs with White Claws next time I see him.
He
camo Crocs with White Claws.
Didn't Sorrow post he was going to smash one if you won?
Yeah.
We need to hold him to that.
I got him a He-Man White Claw shirt on the way to his house. We're definitely gonna hold that down.
bro, fuck with me. We're gonna get you sponsored by White Claw. It has to
know, dude. They owe me so much endorsement money. Jeez.
For real.
Especially now. Fuck, come on.
We don't put everybody on White Claws nowadays. They're nasty as fuck, bro.
Thanks, Tina. But hey, listen, make sure you're at the next cut.
I need to be there. To be there.
Make sure you're there.
I will.
They need to be able to see next time, all right?
Yeah, you definitely would not look as bad. I promise you that.
Hey, well, fuck with us, Joe, man. We can, we got a lot of things going on. So holler at us. We can work a lot of things out, man.
Get some Mederma on your face. Talk to the plastic surgeon.
And put that epinephrine on them swabs and them cuts too.
Yeah. You need swabs. That's how we treat cuts. You put
epinephrine.
Look, I'm gonna send y'all a picture on Saturday, and it's gonna blow your mind how sexy this is.
All right, that's sexy, bro. What you talking about?
Hey, I'll see y'all later.
Later,
all right, Joe. Bye. Well, that was the coolest of the coolest ever. Having both those guys on was absolutely great. Fight of the year, fight of the night, man. I mean, and again, it was so interesting, so awesome just to see both of their perspectives, round by round, going through, what was going through their head, what they wanted to do, where they wanted to take the fight. And, it just resulted in this big fucking mashup that was just phenomenal, so. And
it's always hard for two alphas to kind of, come together and be, especially on Shoaff's part, right? Like he felt like he won that. A lot of people kind of have a pretty good argument that Shoaff won that fight. Right.
It definitely, I watched it like that too, talking to Josh Ferris. He's like, who do you think won right before it? I'm like, man, I don't know. It depends on what the judges seen. It depends on how much, how many points they're going to give for a knockdown versus, significant strikes, and that's what kind of fight that was,
Somebody did a 49-42 or something like that. You can't do like a 10-7 because of one.
Right, but then there was another judge too that in the main event gave every single round to Thiago, and that's not correct either. You know what I mean? Like it's with judging. If there's one problem in combat sports or one issue that it's a constant issue, it's judging and judging criteria and having judges judge properly. I think honestly. I think that one judge that scored every round for Thiago should give a deposition on why he did so. I mean, well, I'm serious.
You said that so calmly.
Well, I'm being a professional about it. You know what I mean? But I really think there needs to be some sort of explanation for it. Maybe he's seen something different. Maybe he's seen something nobody else did. I mean, that's why we have 3 judges and they're placed at different, parts of the ring. But, I think an explanation, I think it's deserved and appropriate, why did you judge it this way? Please, tell us. We just want to know. We're not saying what you did is wrong. Maybe you've seen something different, or, it depends on that deposition. But, people will say, well, don't leave it to the judges. People, people say, well, don't leave it to the judges. Okay, well, that's a lot easier said than done when you only have 2-minute rounds. Okay, 2 minutes is not a lot of time.
It's a sprint.
It is a sprint. It is a sprint, and there's equally, arguments on both sides. Joe got the knockdowns, big hard hits, but Tom, like we said, Tom hit him 9,000 times and inflicted a hell of a lot more damage than Joe did on Tom. So I know ABC judging criteria, number 1 judging criteria is damage, but then again, the knockdowns, those are pretty significant too. And you'll get the same kind of judging in MMA. Somebody gets a takedown and they'll just give them a shit ton of points for it, but won't count, the 20 times they got, punched in the face by the other guy in that round, and it's just something that needs to be done. I think Kansas City and actually Kansas Athletic Commission is on the right track with how they're
open
approaching
open scoring.
Yeah, they do. They have open scoring. Sure, it'll, the suspense and everything, through that. But we know round per round, and I think they can weed their people out and shit that way. Because obviously, if there's something like way off on one, they'll be like, all right, what's up with this fucking dude? You know what I mean? What's up with Helen Keller over here, fucking judging, playing on their goddamn cell phone, not looking at the fucking fight? Because I've seen that shit too. So
it happens, man. It is what it is. All in all, great card. One of the best I've seen.
Nate Shook did a fabulous job. Every fight.
Shout out Nate Shook.
Shout out Nate Shook, man. Every fight on that card was competitive. There's nothing, really, one-sided, or there wasn't a bad matchup on that card. So, big, huge shout out Nate Shook. That's fabulous. And so far, I mean, my favorite fight event card in its entirety this year. So I mean, that speaks volumes. So props to BKFC, props to Nate Shook.
You're gonna be in Kansas. You're pretty close to there, right? Salina.
It's not that bad. It's like 4 hours. It's like 4 hours from here. Maybe I can get a job. Maybe I can either be punching somebody in the face or helping put faces back together. I do both of those jobs pretty well. So, hey, man, I'm multidimensional.
We'll work on it.
Fucking call me.
We'll work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. So, Victor Jones, I saw you commented on here a couple times. Let's get you and Cyro on pretty soon, man. I think both of you guys have a lot to say to each other, so let's talk about it. But as of right now, we're an hour and 15 minutes into this, and people don't like watching shit this long. So,
whatever. We're entertaining. We're entertaining as fuck. You don't like.
I sent him a link if he wanted to jump on.
No. Well, he's got to be on Wi-Fi because he's got a crap phone. So, So we'll save that for another one.
Yeah, right on.
Sure. For sure. All right, guys.
Shout out Fusion, CBD, Rev Gear, Veteran Farms, Fight Bananas, Team Fight Bananas.
I love Fight Bananas. I was watching their show earlier. They had with Dean Toole and the Devon guy and everything, talking about Icon Fight Series and stuff coming up. That was awesome. So,
hold on. What did Red Ram say? When I come on, they do. I'm about to hop on. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Oh, Victor says I have an iPhone.
Right on, man. All right, cool. He must have got a new phone then. All right, sweet, awesome.
Let's set it up soon, because I want to get Sorrow on with you, Victor. Brian, you're always welcome, homie.
Yep,
so,
Brian.
We'll catch you on next time. Look, my camera's going to die pretty soon. It's going to catch me with a ridiculous face. Pretty soon, I'll be like this while Sheena keeps talking.
I wish I had it on my screen so I can draw like invisible cocks and shit going in your screen.
Hey, let's Victor, you want to fight?
Victor always wants to fight. He got a bunch of new gear. Yeah. All right, man. So next time, I don't know what next time is, man, but we got Toe the Line series coming up this weekend. Maybe we'll, try to do a show here in a couple days, maybe not, bring in a couple of these guys that are, gonna fight on this weekend. We had Kane and Noah the other day, but we know we got Brian, he's main event. If we would have had more time. Oh, we're gonna bring him on for a minute.
I'll give you a couple seconds, bro.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Only because we like you.
Now if you start, looking pixeling out and doing all that, then we're going
to. Y'all crazy. Yeah, sorry I'm late, man. I just now got here from the gym.
You're good, man.
You gotta get some light, man. All I see is teeth floating down the fucking hallway. Get a light in there.
My bad. I had to let my dogs out real quick. I literally just got in from the gym. I've been at the gym since like 5:45.
Shit. Not 5:30, not 5 o'clock, but 5:45.
Hey, so Brian, you and Kane riding together to the line?
Yes, sir.
That's your boy?
Yeah, man. I've been training with Kane for a couple of years. But this time, since we're both getting like ready for a fight at the same time, we've been actively together a lot. So I've
He
been
looks
learning
big,
some
man.
things
That's all
from
I was
some.
going to ask. He looks big.
Huh?
He looks big for 75.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
he's
he
a big
cuts
fella,
like
man.
40. Cuts like 40 fucking pounds or some shit. He was a big guy.
Hey, like he says, old dogs bite, man. He's a big, strong dude, man, and I like working with him. He showed me some old things, and I showed him a couple new things because since he's transitioning over, so I've been working with Kane pretty well for this fight camp, and he's dropped some knowledge, and I've dropped a little bit of knowledge too. But
Respect.
like I said a second ago, old dogs bite, man. His fight's gonna be a good fight.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. And again, we can watch these fights on the BK app, BK TV app. They're
Yes, sir.
yep, ma'am.
So
I'm just
make
fucking
sure
with
you make sure y'all subscribe for $3.99 a month, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he's
I mean,
fighting. He's fighting one of my guys, man. It's a guy that I like a lot, Noah Cutter.
Yeah.
He's got some experience. He's a little younger. He's not cutting a whole lot of weight, so we're gonna see what it does, man. See what happens. So just like we were talking about Joe and Tom earlier, it's all respect. Everybody's professionals.
Pure facts.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yep. Tell
Yeah,
King to fucking kill him.
Man, I just found out last night that me and T Cummins are the co-main event. So I'm
That's
man. Who's main event? Who's main event?
I have no idea.
I do. The guy that Kleckler beat. What's his name? Tate, right?
Yeah, Tate, and the other guy that fought the same night, I think.
Bobby
if I'm
Taylor.
not mistaken.
Bobby Taylor. Okay, yeah, because you and Bobby, you and Bobby are like the only two dudes that I like, even that I recognize on that entire card. So I was like, I wasn't sure, I'm like.
I mean, T Cummins, he fought on the BKFC 11. So
I remember him. I don't remember his fight that well. I don't know.
He fought what's dude's name?
Bobby Taylor fought Luis Hernandez, who's a coach at my gym.
And then another McAllister?
Yeah, that's who T Cummins fought. He fought McAllister.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought and he said he like broke his hand or something. His last. I remember that. I don't know if he actually did or not.
That's what they say, but I heard otherwise. But that's for a different time and a place.
I know. I heard too, but I'm not saying anything because I heard it was privilege what I heard because my position where I was working that day.
We got to go for that. Hey, Brian. Let's go, bro. We're gonna do another Toe the Line episode pretty soon. We'll get your opponent on here the next few days before the fight if you want.
Yeah, just let me know because I'm gonna be leaving leaving Virginia like next Thursday. So I'm down for whatever, and
you catch me there, man. You catch me there. Just come. Come do a little post fight with me. I'll hook you up with a little Fusion CBD water and.
Oh man, I need that in my life for sure.
I need that in my life too. I'm out.
Yeah, I just drank my last one like Saturday that I had to hide from myself, and I found it, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is life."
Well, I'm getting text messages from the wife saying you need to wrap it up and come to bed.
All right, man. Y'all just holler at me. I'm down for whatever.
Always, man. Always. Always welcome. So, yeah, we'll see you soon, bud.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.
We will. We will. All right, man. So that wraps it up there, Vinny. You enjoy your evening, and looking forward to popping back on here when we do a Toe the Line show. We'll make sure to announce it on the podcast page. Just make sure you follow it, like it, share it, love it, and we'll catch you all next time.
Awesome.
Take the gloves off and go bare knuckle. Came in ready for